All right. All right. All right. We are in business. We are in business indeed. How's everyone doing today? It's sunny weather. My cold is dissipating. Still got a cough, but I think it will be good. Let's see if I. Good morning, Kuru. So today I will be experimenting with gamut mask. Cool there, Bart. Schmaze. 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 The best nickname in the world. Hey, G Buffer, good morning. Yeah, so today I'm gonna. This is gonna be the first attempt in an extremely long time playing with gamut mask. I went to this website, livepaintinglessons.com, or I googled gamut mask generator, and you could slide, and I'll show you if it works. If it wanna work, I don't know. Maybe I broke it. Anyway, so you can like place a triangle, rotate the outer ring, move it around, and you can get a gamut mask. So that's what I want to play with today. Hey, Nefaz. Good morning. Eric, Atsuki, Svensson Art. Right, so we already got one topic, which is Steampunk City. Let's throw some more topics out there. Master777 Oz, thanks for the host. Gamut. I don't actually know the actual name or definition of gamut. Define gamut. I guess a range. Yeah, the complete range or scope of something. So a gamut mask means masking the scope. So we got Steampunk City, Tengu, Cyberpunk Medic, Soul Collector. 1, 2, 3, 4 topics so far. Good morning, Kilrathi. How's it going? Larib, good morning, sirs. Good morning. It's topic number 55 today. And we got 1,224 people. Awesome. James Gurney. Oh my god. And Lou Rib Steampunk Medic. All right, we got topics. Let's roll. And let's see which one it is. Number 1, Steampunk City. All right, by G Buffer. Steampunk City by G Buffer. All right. So let's get the ball rolling. Time's rolling. Let's see. Let's get that one up there. Just rearranging the windows a bit. A little bit too slow, Nifas, but next time you're more than welcome to. All right, let's see what this gamut mask thing. I'm completely winging it, just so you know. Steampunk City. All right, let's. I'm thinking. Let's see if we can get some sky color up there. This is going to be crazy. I have no idea how this is going to work. I've never done this with like literally sampling from a gamut mask. So your journey is my journey here. I have no idea. It's going to be very interesting to see what the end result will be. Oh, Schmaze, yeah, he's really good. Um, I do love Glenn Vilpel. His way of doing art is really nice. Okay, Steampunk City. Let's yeah. This is horrifying. Let's just go and see. Let's go. Let's go. Using gamut mask. Oh, this is so strange. Now I haven't really like studied how to use these, so I'm just literally just winging it. I don't know. I'm trying to my basic idea, right, is I'm trying to set up temperature, right, so that the color and shadow, the light and color are two different temperatures, right? So I'm going for um, cool reds for the shadow, but I have no idea what I'm doing. So the end result can be anything really. Kuru, yeah, it does look like it's lacking a little bit of the darks. It becomes very washed out. Like I said, I haven't really studied what to do with it. I mean, looking at, for example, gurneys, um, you obviously need to go dark as well. Um, so obviously you need to mix in black into the mixture to get um, what you need, you know, and probably white as well, because you can't just go in this range. Um, so I'm going to be doing that for sure. Um, I haven't, like I said, this is pure experimentation. I've never done it before. Let's go. I think I'll just do contrast. Let's move this up there. Paint in some darker parts. Steampunk City. Kuru. Um, Definitely. I mean, otherwise James Gurney wouldn't talk about it in his book. Um, I think it's really good to learn to figure out um, controlling your colors. You know, for realism at least. I mean, he talks about how to use color palette or gamut masks in his book, The Realist Painter, or Painter for the yeah, whatever, color and light. Um, but that's a part I haven't really studied, and like I said before, I'm self-taught when it comes to all of this, and I just haven't taught myself the kind of actual painter techniques of what you got to do. I've mostly just reacted emotionally to the colors I'm using rather than intellectually, you know. So I know that it's a gap in my understanding, and that's why I mean, obviously I know fundamentals and things like that, but you know, I'm not like one of those persons that can sit and talk color theory for hours. I just don't have that art school understanding of it. I have a quite good understanding of it, but not that like mastery level. Yeah, exactly. Like Dearbird said, the idea is to not be lost in the palette so that you bring too much color in. Like there's a very common mistake like that in the beginning that people just go full on with everything, and it breaks the palette. Now I'm thinking, like, I want some sort of I'm thinking about focal point, and I feel like I'm not getting a good one. The palette, I'm just getting lost in the technical, like trying to do coherent thing, but I want to have some sort of narrative here. I need to move that. Let's make that window a little smaller. Well, it's an interesting challenge, that's for sure. Oh, Sofa Strangler. What? Which book is it? What's his name? Adam. Game design. What's his name? I know I'm in one book that's in the curriculum. Which book is it? Basic game design. Is it fundamentals? No, what is it called? The author has a name and a like a what's his name? But yeah, I know I'm in one. About is it the one about me doing oh yeah, fundamentals of game design. Yeah, yeah. So I'm doing some sort of Genghis Khan type thing, right? That much I know. Ernest Adams. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I'm in that one. That's a funny story, actually. I he came to my university and lectured, and they gave us this task. He gave us this task to do, which is he like you have like a couple of hours, go and design a game. So we were a group like I was the artist. There was another guy that was a game designer, programmer, whatever, you know, just a random pairing of the classes. Um, and we pulled theme from a hat, more or less. He handed them out. Ernest handed them out and said, "This is yours. Go and do something." So we got Mongolian archer, I think, was the topic, and so we're like, okay, Mongolian archer. We went away and started thinking. I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool? And you know, one thing led to the other. Me and the group came up with the idea that this girl was it was like a revenge story. The Genghis Khan had killed her family, and she was almost dead, and she got like as a from the spirits she got a horse and a spirit horse, I think, and like ancient bow. And with this bow, she could slay the demon Genghis Khan. And Genghis Khan was like this, like I said, the demon that was like a huge towering monster. And she and her spirit horse, like ancestrally driven spirit horse of some, I don't know, super weird idea. But anyway, so I just kind of went to town and started concepting up the girl with the horse and Genghis Khan and his generals and what the world would look like and so on and so on. Obviously, as the creative person I am, a lot of my ideas was the thing that drove my group's collaboration. And yeah, when we handed it in and did our little presentation, as it was like a workshop, he said like, holy shit. And he instantly asked like, oh, I really need you. Could I use you in my book? And I was like, yeah, of course, man. And I got into his book just by doing his workshop. But I was really happy that he chose me. It's a fun little story. Yeah, but it's so typical, you know. It's just like my warm-ups. You get one little nudge, and you're like, "All right, this is what we're gonna do," and you start. My brain just starts galloping, and you come up with all sorts of stupid things, and then you end up with something, and he really liked it. Well, it was fun. Okay. So I don't know how much steampunk I'm currently doing. This experimentation has become like a challenge of not completely failing, which I think I'm still am. But I'm kind of thinking about colors and focal points and like that, and hopefully it doesn't look too shitty. But I just kind of want to experiment a little. It felt like today was a good day to experiment with a gamut mask. And I think I'm kind of getting it. I think I'm kind of getting it. But as an environment, it kind of blows. So let's put a character in here. Let's get some narrative going. Let's have someone there. And then let's have some, out of the smoke here in the background, let's have some massive robot standing in the smoke. Smoke. Well, Ernest Adams is a really cool guy. I talk to him quite a lot. We exchange emails now and then. He's a really smart guy. I mean, he's a quite famous designer. He designed all sorts of really cool games. So I was really honored to be a part of his new book. And I got a copy of it actually. I have it in my bookshelf of fame. Hey, good morning, Zabi. Hey, Captain Jetlag. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we're halfway. The gamut mask thing, it's interesting, that's for sure. Is it challenging? That's for sure. But I think I'm not doing too bad. I think we're getting a cool little palette here going on, and I think the overall palette is consistent, right? We see which is in light and which is in shadow. Um, we're starting to define the subtleties of the palette, right? Like we're not really going completely crazy, and we don't have any weird. I mean, the yellows with gray in there acts like greens, and I think it's cool. I think it's working. It seems to be working at least, and it's definitely something I want to do more of. And I really like that little red I did early on there, as like a juicy little thing that maybe is in the Terminator. It works really well there, up there as well here. So where's that guy? That guy. Let's try to interesting challenge this. I'm really enjoying it. I think I have to do more of these. Let's go behind him here. Now, it's lacking a little bit of finer details, like things that makes sense rather than just blocks of things, right? That's what I feel is missing. You know, like situational things that make you understand the location. Currently, there's not a lot that makes you understand what's happening here. It's just a lot of lines, more or less. But it's interesting, fun. Iron Giant, yeah, it's super cool movie. Thanks, G Buffer. Yeah, I remember Iron Giant being in theaters. I never went to watch it, but I remember seeing it on posters. I'm also old. I remember seeing when for those who don't know, I'm born in Sweden. I remember like ah, in my teens, um, there was the first Jackie Chan movie in cinemas. Like first time ever showing Jackie Chan in like mainstream cinemas. Um, and it was Rumble in the Bronx, I think, whenever that movie was out. I think it was like in the end of 90s, sometime. But it was really cool to go and watch a Jackie Chan movie in the cinema. Now he probably, he has all sorts of movies out, and you can probably go see him everywhere in the cinema. But at that time, I remember it was such a treat. You had only seen like Jackie Chan movies on shitty VHS tapes that's a copy of a copy. Kilrathi, I think he was a taxi driver. Uh, well, I'm Swedish. We say Shan differently. Probably you have to pronounce his name correctly as a what is it, Chinese? But I mean, Jackie Chan is his Western name, isn't it? Let's suggest some more people in the smoke here. Like they're in a busy street and he's the only guy. Maybe, I don't know. Let's add some. A little bit of a focal point, I guess. Jackie Chan. It's really cool. I do love his movies. The old ones, like was it Drunken Monkey, or no. It's an eagle, dragon. No, what's it called? Monkey in the Eagle's Nest or Shadow of the. I don't remember. All these really old kung fu movies. They're awesome. They're classic. Right, let's. I wanna like have some directional things. Would be cool with some more chimneys, I think. I'm kind of digging this, even though it's very sketchy and odd, and I'm struggling. I still kind of like it. I think it's definitely something I gotta go back and read Gurney's um, part in Gurney's book about um, how to use these gamut masks. But now, as I've experimented with it once, I think I'll be able to relate a lot more with what he's trying to convey. Um, Again, I read it without applying the knowledge, and now that I have experimented, I think I gotta go back and read again. Cool. It has to be a cool because it's shadow in the fog. Yeah, the stunts are absolutely insane. It's really fun. Um, hey, TMH Laba Art, thanks for the auto host. Always appreciate it. Okay, I want to increase the multiply. I want to increase the what's it called? The focal point a bit. This is a different kind of challenge. I like it. Yeah. Yes. I can hear myself just agreeing to the challenge. Stupid brain. You know what this art reminds me of? This artist, this Russian artist, that nickname is Nico Pim. He does these paintings with kids, and on the sides of the walls there's like a cat or something. That is exactly what this reminds me of. Interesting. He has a really great control over color. That sounded like the biggest uh, ego fondle ever on my part, but I'm not saying that this is a like really good control of colors. But it reminded me of the palette is kind of like what he likes to do. I'm not saying I'm as good as him or anything, but hopefully I don't sound like a complete idiot. But I'm digging this. This is fun. I really gotta do more gamut mask challenges. Hey, Rogue 13 pull accounts. Thanks for the auto host. Much love. Kuru, yeah, it's cool. I think tomorrow I will have to do a completely different one. Not on this end of the color wheel. See what comes out. Or use the same gamut mask, but switching it around, because now the light is yellow and the shadows are purple, right? And I was thinking, you know, what would happen if the light would be warm and no, the light would be purple and the shadows warm. That would be pretty weird as well. But yeah, I can definitely see the benefit of a gamut mask, and I can definitely understand what he's talking about and the usefulness of it. And I really need to learn more about it. I definitely know it's one of my weaknesses. This kind of art school aspect of using colors. Which I'm not really good at, which I do need to improve on to further educate myself. I mean, obviously, that there's a challenge in itself to do a gamut mask on the fly and paint something at the same time, and it's rewarding. I think this way you register the information better than just sitting and copying something. You know, here I have to try to make sense out of it and apply it at the same time. And I think that's got to be the way to go. And now all I want to do is just use a color dodge. Oh, see what that does to give it some more vibrancy and magic. I want to bring the focal point to where I go away, gamut mask. I want it to come in here. Whoa, wrong color. Let's go with more yellow. wanted to come in here. Here. No. Fun. Fun. Good challenge. Thanks for the topic, G-Buffer. It definitely yielded something with the Gamut Mask and Steampunk City. Cool. Thanks everyone for coming. Have a fantastic day. I will have to look up Daniel Leeske. I have no idea who that is because I'm horrible with names. Alright. Have a fantastic day. Go on Discord and hang out if you want. There's not a lot of days left for the Saturday challenge, 2-week challenge thing. It's now on Saturday is the deadline. Anyways, cool stuff. Thanks for coming. Thanks for the topic, G-Buffer. And see you tomorrow morning. Here comes the outro. As per usual. Bye.